bat season again. The bats are back. They come through this alley all the time. It seems that well, obviously we're in spring, right? So when the bats start coming out, I want to assume that means rain is on the way. Because the bats need the insects. There hasn't been much rain yet this season. But when they start doing their acrobat maneuvers around in the yards, it means it's probably gonna rain soon. Such interesting little creatures, bats. I think we mammals forget that it's not only insects and birds that fly. There is that rarity that is the bat, who is a warm-blooded mammal that takes flight, who has overcome gravity and learned to take to the air. There's all the interesting aspects of bats, of being a nocturnal creature. They have all of the aspects of tumultuation and rebirth, the sleeping upside down aspect of their nature. There's such a rarity in the world, such a anomaly. What a feat of evolution for a mammal to have taken flight. What did that take? Such a wild jump for a warm-blooded creature to go from the path that obviously I believe birds came from reptiles and insects came from their lineage, completely separate from each other, and evolved their methods of flight. I mean, nobody flies with the variations of insects, who I would beg to state that when you watch a butterfly fly, you start to understand that not all flight is based on standard physics. There's an aspect to flight that is a maneuvering through the ether, using the energy of the surrounding fields to maneuver. I think there's something to do with, moths and butterflies and the dust on their wings that has some sort of aspect of, like we talk about fairy dust. If you gather enough fairy dust, then the aspect of it and its reaction and connectivity with the ether. I mean, you watch a butterfly fly and it's non-aerodynamic, random, plundering motion that seems so out of sorts. It seems so uncontrolled, so random but controlled. How can that flapping of a wing take it so swiftly and directly in directions that seem to be not capable by the means that it's given outside of standard physics. It's not aerodynamic. It doesn't possess standard vectoring capabilities. It takes those big flat, I want to say akin to big chunks of cardboard or paper, and it flaps them and causes itself to be able to bounce on the wind with controlled direction quickly, maneuvering in and out and around through things with a very, very noticeable intentionality. And they can maneuver around things and land very intentionally where they want to. But it doesn't seem real. It doesn't seem controlled in the way that most things do. And that's the factor that I want to bring about the bat, is being that bats, as mammals, have found the way to the air and caused themselves to be able to take flight through their evolution. And in their flight, they are one of the most maneuverable creatures on Earth. So swift. Their direction changes on a dime. They're very interesting to watch. I've always enjoyed watching the bats. I love bat season. But what the energy of the bat says to me is transformation. It's a time of change. It's a time of growth. It is a time of breaking out from what is within. It's a rebirth from the darkness to the light. And the transverse. Because the bats do come out in the dwindling night at dawn, is when they come out to feed. They feed a little bit into the night. We're going to do a deep dive into the spiritual aspects of the bat. And as I said, let's do a deep dive into the spiritual aspects of the bat. They all just came right around me and started squeaking. If that's not a sign. What do you think, Bat Brothers? Should we do a deep dive into the spiritual aspects of the bat? That one came close. The reason I bring up the butterfly is you take off the dust of a butterfly's wings and it no longer can fly. And as I know, there's no dust that causes the capability of flight on a bat's wings. When you watch a bat fly, it has a similar aspect in its bounding on the wind. It's quick flutters that change direction in very sudden formation. Sharp turns, quick direction changes. Utter control that seems out of control. Randomness. Taking charge of randomness. Making disorder work for it, as if it is a chaos agent in itself, operating functionally within a chaotic system, taking falling and rising and making it work functionally. I'm going to go ahead and do the deep dive into spiritual aspects of the bat. As I was saying, we're going to go ahead and read it and see how on point I was, if I was. The bat is a powerful spiritual symbol of transformation, rebirth, and intuition, guiding individuals to release the old face fears and negative transitions. Often seen as a shamanic spirit, animal, or totem, bats represent heightened intuition, incognition, adaptation, and the ability to navigate through darkness or the unknown. Core spirit aspects of the bat. Transformation, rebirth. Bats symbolize the death of old habits and behaviors, allowing for a fresh start, personal growth, and positive transformation. Intuition and inner wisdom. Due to echolocation. Oh, yeah, echolocation. Bats represent the capacity to see beyond the surface, relying on intuition and navigating complex situations with inner wisdom. Shamanic guidance. Bats act as guardians of the night and messengers of the unseen, helping to navigate shadow aspects of the self and spiritual realms. Man, I'm kind of good at this. I just kind of intuit what it is and then read it, and it's right on point, isn't it? Culture symbolism. In Chinese cultures, bats are often symbols of happiness, longevity, and good fortune. In some Native American traditions, they symbolize intelligence and deep observation. Facing fears. A bat appears in your life or dreams is a call to confront rather than fear the unknown of life or deeper hidden emotions. Interpretation of a bat entering a home. A major life shift is occurring. Letting go, a need to release outdated beliefs or situations. Message from spirit, a prompt to pay attention to spiritual growth or hidden truths. Conversely, in some Western and biblical interpretations, the bat has been viewed as a symbol of uncleanliness and spiritual blindness, or a messenger of darkness. However, most modern shamanic views focus on the positive transformation powers of the bat. It's an interesting twist how what's supposed to be light views something natural as dark, and something that has become the prevalent go-to in Western civilization's religion deifies natural things as evil. Kind of backwards, isn't it? At any rate, the bat, certainly not evil. It's just a natural creature doing its thing, living its life, flying around, eating the bugs, especially the mosquitoes that are the #1 killer of humans on the face of the earth. Thank you, bats, for eating the mosquitoes. Definitely appreciate you. And thank you also for showing yourself and your aspects of shadow work. Much appreciated. Love them.